Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Happy New Year. Christmas has come and gone. It came super fast and it went super fast. I don't know about y'all, but I'm pretty happy about that. The only holiday that I really care for is Halloween. So as soon as Christmas was over, I was like, let me get all of these decorations taken down, put away, get the ornaments off the tree, get those put away. I had that done in no time flat. I don't like looking at decorations after a specific holiday other than Halloween. But anyway, I just want to tell you guys, Happy New Year. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm happy you're here watching my video. For those of you who have stuck around, I know I only have a few subscribers, and that's okay because, again, I have not been consistent with this channel. Every time I say I'm going to upload a video or do videos, it just gets pushed aside because I have a house full of people usually, and it's really difficult for me to find quiet time to do videos. It's impossible to record without some sort of background noise or my cats, hopping in and out, which is fine. They're cats. They're going to do that. But today I just wanted to talk to you guys about some of the transitions that I'm going to be experiencing here in my home, some of the changes that are happening, and I also want to talk about just a little bit about my plans for this year, more near future plans and further down in the year, because I'm not really seeing that far ahead yet. I don't know if I've mentioned before that I have two daughters, and right now one has moved out, my younger one. She's 18 years old, and she moved out in October, I believe it was. She moved in with a friend, and I was really sad about it. I still am, but she's within 15 minutes driving time, probably not even that far. She lives on the other side of town. She does work closer to my home, so I occasionally get to see her during the week when, she's not planning on stopping by and visiting. My other daughter, who is 21, will be moving out. Actually, she's in the process of moving out now. She's supposed to be moved out by the end of the month to a home that she found just down the road from me. It is literally walking distance, so I'm pretty happy about that. It's actually a home that I used to live in. She's moving in with her boyfriend, which he's been staying here with us for some time now. So their little corner of the house has really become cramped over the last year due to all of their personal things. So, they're both grown now. They've been grown and they really need their own space. So I'm excited and happy for her. But I'm not excited about the fact that I'm becoming an empty nester. I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. I don't know how many of you out there are empty nesters, but even when my younger daughter left, it was a little, frightening, because my younger daughter really was my right hand. She still is. I can rely on her a little bit more than I can my older daughter. And at times she's even more responsible. But I have two great, amazing girls, and I'm just really happy for them that they're also moving into new phases of their lives and experiencing adulthood now and doing things on their own and figuring out what they want in life and figuring out what the world's really like. My youngest daughter's room still has, most of, well, I won't say most of, but a lot of her clothing still in it. So she does have to work on getting those things taken care of. And I think I'm just going to be leaving her room a guest room And in case anything happens between, you know, now and whenever with whomever she's living with, she'll have a place to come back to. And that'll be the same for my older daughter. If anything happens with, you know, between her and her boyfriend, I'm trying to figure out if I should call him a fiance or boyfriend or whatever, but she'll have a place to come back to, of course. Although they would have to share a bed. If they both came back at the same time, they'd have to both share the same bed, right? I can't talk today, sorry. So I'm helping my oldest daughter make her transition, her move into the new home, and I'm going to be helping her pack things and do some heavy lifting for her. I've already gone down to the new home and I've done cleaning for them because she works full time, so it would be a little hard for her to get everything done in a timely manner in order to be moved in by the end of this month. So by the end of this month, I should be a real empty nester, and it's kind of bittersweet. I'm kind of looking forward to it, but you know, I've been raising kids for the past 20 years. They've always been here at home with me, and making the change from a full-time mom to, you know, just a housewife now basically is kind of daunting. Would that be the correct word? I guess daunting. It's just going to be me and my husband and our 5 cats. Comment below, let me know how many of you watching this are empty nesters, and let me know how you felt when your kid or kids moved out of the home. And if you have any pointers, leave me a few pointers on how to survive it. Honestly, my oldest daughter, like I said, she's just going to be literally walking distance down the road. So it's not like she's going to be far. And my other daughter isn't far, but it's still different. It's a different vibration in the home. It's a different feeling and sensation that you get when you walk in and you see your child's empty room. It's like, oh gosh, they're gone, you know, and a tear comes to your eye because you know the likelihood of them ever moving back home is 0. But that's the way things are supposed to be. You know, we all grow up and we have to go out and experience life on our own and learn things on our own and just be our own person. And that's what I want for them. I want some really good opportunities to come their way. I want them to have fun and live life in such a way that it fulfills them and makes them super happy. I didn't really get that chance because I was really working super hard when I was their age and I had no social life. I worked shift work, so it was a little rough meeting people and socializing with anybody. But I do wish them all the best, and I know they're going to be just fine, and I know I'll be fine. You know, I'll find things to occupy myself, at least I'm hoping I do, but that's one of the transitions that is happening for me, becoming an empty nester and trying to figure out what to do with the time that was before dedicated to my children, to taking them to school, going to different activities, going to sports games, fixing meals for them. Like I don't have to do that anymore. The only person I really have to cook for is my husband. Let's talk about personal changes. Mental, physical, spiritual. Surely with them moving out, with my oldest daughter finally moving out and my knowing she's going to be, you know, not living here, and me not really seeing either one of them every day like I'm so used to, I need to start focusing more on me. I think a lot of parents, once their children have moved out of the home, realize that, you know, it's first it's like, wow, what do I do with myself? But then you realize that this now becomes you time. You have time to focus on you. You don't have to give so much of yourself. You're not required to be there for your adult children now that they're adults. Me, I'm just over 50, not too far past 50, but I realize there have been some health changes with myself that I need to give attention to. I've become a little, what's the word? Not lazy, but just not as active as I was, just because with the holidays coming, you know, since just around September, I just kind of lost a lot of momentum and a lot of energy and willingness to do things. So now that the holidays are over and this is a fresh new year, I'm trying to make this new year, a much better year than I've had in the past for myself, now that I'm going to be more able to focus on myself, if that makes sense. I need to get back into my walking. I love to go walking. I love to go hiking. I love being out in nature. I live in Florida, so during the summer months, it's really hard to enjoy yourself outside once it hits toward the end of June, because it progressively begins to start getting much, much, much hotter. And I'm sorry, even though I was born and raised here in Florida, I think I'm becoming heat intolerant, honestly. Like, I just can't take it. It literally gets so bad. This past year was bad. Like, I can't breathe. That's what it feels like. But I know that once I get outside and start enjoying myself in nature again, it'll just kind of make me want to be out there more. And my husband, he bought me an e-bike for Christmas, which is so funny because we were looking at one in the Walmart Supercenter, and I said, oh, that's a pretty cool e-bike. You know, I said I'd like to have one. I said it'd, you know, be a lot of fun, because, you know, I like riding bikes, but I don't have a way to load up a bike and, you know, take it to a trail, and God knows I'm not going to pedal uphill. So I told him, I said, yeah, it would be cool. And he's like, yeah, that's a pretty nice bike. And then I looked at the price tag online, because there was an actual price tag on the bike in the store. So we had to look it up online, and it was like $499 something, I think, or anyway, it was priced just over $500 if you include taxes and everything. I said, oh, you know, it's a little pricey. And he goes, well, I saw some kind of regular bicycle, manual pedal bicycle that he wanted, and he's like, it's like $400 and something. And I'm like, well, if you're going to spend money on your bicycle and you really want a bicycle and you're going to start riding, then I don't need an e-bike. I said, it's just kind of a waste of money. I said, we really don't have anywhere to put it anyway. And that was true, that we really don't have anywhere to put it, because our garage is packed full. We still have the kids' old bicycles in there, and, you know, there's a lot of cleaning that needs to go on in there. So I'm driving to my mom's, which she lives just down the road from me too, and I pull up in her backyard, and she has this open carport instead of a garage, so she can just, it's a 2-story home, so she can just pull up under the carport. the overhang. And I look and I see a bicycle. It's dark in the corner, and I'm like, what is a bicycle doing on your porch, Mom? And she's like, I don't know. Your husband put it there. And she goes, I guess he got it for himself. And I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, that's not for him, because I saw a key hanging out of the side of it. And I was like, oh my God, he spent money on that e-bike. So I pretended like I didn't see it, didn't say anything about it to him. And so then on Christmas morning, he went and got it and brought it down and surprised me with it. So that was really nice. And I've ridden it a few times, and it is pretty dang fun. I don't know if you guys have an e-bike or if you've ever rode one, but it's pretty fun, honestly. Especially, oh my God, I love the fact that it pulls you uphill and you don't really have to pedal. Like, you give the pedal just a little push and it like prompts the bike to engage the motor to push you up the hill. And the battery lasts, like right now it's brand new, of course, so it lasts forever. And I think I've only charged it once, and I probably didn't even need to, because I had probably only had it out for like 20 minutes. And during that 20 minutes, it wasn't even, a full ride. Wasn't a, solid 20-minute ride. But anyway, getting back on topic here. So I want to get involved with being more active again at my age. I think that's healthy, because, right now, especially for me, I put on a few pounds over the holidays. I'm sure a lot of you probably have put on at least a good 2 or 3 pounds. And I've never been like a super active person or involved in sports or anything, but I have always liked to be able to get outside, like I said, and, just go walk or hike and enjoy nature. So that's a good motivator for me. I do occasionally do a lot of stretches and some yoga. So I'm looking forward to giving that a try again. I have really bad back issues, so that's going to help me. I think that's something that I really need to do, because doing yoga will definitely help strengthen my back and help realign it so that I'm, not feeling like I'm walking crooked or whatever. I also want to get in touch with my spiritual side. Like, I do have a spiritual side. I think a lot of us do. I was raised in a Southern Baptist church. My family was pretty religious, pretty strict. I won't say I led a super sheltered life, but yeah, it was a sheltered life to a great extent. And, as I got older, lived on my own, got married, I tried to keep my kids in church, but with my husband being out of town so much, that just wasn't a focus or, reality for me to be able to go to church regularly, because I just had started, I guess, shifting my thoughts, my thought processes about how I viewed God or religion, and I honestly just didn't want to have anything to do with the church anymore. But certainly spirituality doesn't necessarily mean you have to have a belief in God, I guess. Some of you probably think that way, and if so, that's fine. That's your belief system. But it's important for me to do a meditation at least I would say once a day, but right now it's a little hard to do that. Meditating and connecting with a higher power for me just kind of helps relax me. It helps me clear my mind. It makes me feel more centered. It makes me feel more so like I have a purpose, a higher purpose than, just being a mom and a wife walking around here on earth. It really makes you feel whole, I guess you could say. It helps you feel whole. It helps kind of draw all the pieces together. So I want to get back into my spirituality. I want to reconnect with God. I want to start reading the Bible again, studying different scriptures. And when was it? Was it a year ago? Was it last year or the year before? Oh, wow. I think it was a year before. So it was 2 years ago. I had actually gone out and purchased a, chronological Bible, because I think that was one of my problems with reading the Bible at all, was that I felt like there was no consecutiveness. Like, the story was hard to follow. Nothing made sense. Like, something would happen in one book in the Old Testament, and then in the New Testament, it would be something that related to something that I read in the Old Testament, but had happened before. Like, none of it made sense to me. So I figured if I bought a chronological Bible, that it might help a little bit with me being more apt to read through the entire books. So my throat's really dry today, guys. I don't know why, but I'm having to drink a lot of coconut water. This is a pretty big bottle here. It's a 34-ounce bottle, and I drank half of it yesterday, so I'm working on the other half today. So my plans, as far as those changes go, are not set in stone. Like, they're just that. They're plans. I want to focus more on me. I want to focus more on my health, more on my spirituality. The only thing that's really set in stone and solid for this coming year, within the next 2-3 months, is once my oldest daughter moves out, changing her room into an office. Because I don't know if you can tell, but here in the background, this is my kitchen table, and I'm currently sitting at my computer desk. So we've never had the room to have, the computer desk completely separate from the dining room. Our dining room, thankfully, was large enough that I could put, a table and computer desk. Like, this is a big desk, but it's not like massive. So it kind of fit into this little recessed portion of our kitchen wall. And that's where it's been since we've lived in this home, like 15 years. And it's just, now that my kids are old enough that they can move out and I can have that extra space that I need to move my computer desk and make my own office/craft room. And speaking of craft room, that's one of the other things I want to get back into, is doing some crafting, specifically making junk journals. I'm still relatively new at that. I did make a few last year and the year before, and it's a long process. Some of it, depending on if you're doing a specific theme with your book, it takes a while, and it's a little pricey sometimes to put one together if you have to look for your materials. But I really enjoyed making them. I thought it was really fun. Like, the hardest part was the binding for me. but I pretty much have almost learned how to do that. So I'm looking forward to being able to have my own space. I don't have to worry about leaving things sitting out on the table when company comes over, and everything, fingers crossed, will have its place. I'm sorry, like I'll look around on different parts of my screen and I'm not always looking where I should, but that's okay. I'm still getting used to doing this YouTube stuff. So I'm pretty excited about that, having my own office, because there are so many things that I want to do. I want to start my online business. I want to be able to, you know, leave my crafts out if I want to. I want to have room to do them, to make stuff. I want to have room to have my books on a particular shelf and not here and not there in the house. You know, I want to have them in one place, and I'll be able to do that finally. I want to be able to get to my file cabinet where I can pull out my documents that I need to look at, or, you know, old bills, or find records that I need without having to move a ton of other things out of the way, because my file cabinet is right over there. Here's my desk and my file cabinet's right there. So there are other things in the way of the cabinet, some craft things. So yeah, I'm excited about being able to straighten things out. But, you know, I'm just kind of going through my head all the different things that are going on this month into probably at least toward April, trying to figure out what to do first, where to start, trying to figure out how I'm supposed to feel about my oldest and last child moving out of the home. Just trying to figure out a lot of things, wondering how, you know, things are going to turn out as far as, you know, my plans for the room, as far as what my husband and I are going to be doing. He works very long hours, so I don't get to see a whole lot of him during the week. The biggest day that I get to spend with him is Sunday, and I don't want to take that for granted. So Sundays, I'm just gonna, you know, make sure that it's just me and him spending as much time together as we can. Of course, you know, if the kids want to come over for dinner, or, you know, some family related something's going on, Sunday would be the best time for all of us to get together. But I don't know about you guys. I don't know what sort of plans y'all have for this year. I don't know what sort of transitions y'all are experiencing. So if you want to share those, I would like to hear about them, and you can post them in the comments below. Also, if you're an empty nester, if you have any suggestions on how to survive that, make sure you drop me a couple of tips. I would appreciate it. But yeah, that's all I had for the video. Just a little rambling and, you know, nonsense about some things that are going on, that I'm planning, and what I'm going through. And I hope that, Lord, I hope this year turns out to be a better year than last year. Right now for me, it's not super great. My aunt just passed away last night. Technically, she's not really my aunt, but I've always called her my aunt out of respect, because she really has been like an aunt to me. I've always considered her part of the family. But she was a little bit older, but not super old. She was like, let's see, I want to say she was like 69. She might have been a little bit older. I have to see if I can find her birthday real quick, because now I want to know. Like, I know what day her birthday is. I just don't know what year she was she was born. Let's see. Actually, she might have been a little older. I think she was like 70, 71. But anyway, she's gone, and I'm pretty sad about that. I haven't been able to see her except for a couple of times this past, well, I should say these past 3 years, 4 years, because she moved away. She was getting to the point where she was always heavy set, and she had had lap band surgery, and she'd been having different little health problems here and there. So her brother came and got her and moved her up to Gainesville, which is quite a ways away from where I am. So I wasn't able to go see her. There were times that she came down for some birthday parties for other family members, and I did go spend some time with her, but it's been probably at least about a year since I last saw her. But she's at rest now. So I'm just hoping that, you know, everything with her family is okay, and, you know, they can move on and have peace knowing that she's in a better place. So yeah, that's why I'm hoping that 2025 starts getting better for me, because like this is only the 7th day of January, and it's like, ugh. So yeah, I'm claiming a wonderful year, a prosperous year, a happy new year for the whole year. I'm claiming lots of good opportunities, lots of fun things, lots of great opportunities, and you guys should claim it too. So sorry about, you know, being a little Debbie Downer there for a minute. But anyway, you guys, I'm going to upload this. I know it was a little long, but thank you guys for sticking with me, for hanging out. And yeah, as soon as my oldest daughter gets moved out and I can get things, like I have to go through all my craft stuff. There's a lot of, you know, compiling that I need to do. But once I get moved into that room, I will be able also to do videos more often, because my house will be a lot quieter and I'll have the space to do it. And I'll be super excited when I can plan out different videos to upload and just keep you guys engaged. So that'll be nice. But thanks for hanging out, and I hope everyone has a happy new year, and I will see you again soon. Take care. Bye.